Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 8th. Here's what we're working on.
Good morning. I'm Danielle DeGraw, live in Hamilton. There was a second shooting overnight on Atessa Drive in Hamilton, and police are continuing to investigate, and it was at the same house that was targeted yesterday. I'll have all the details coming up.
The U.S. and Iran resume fighting in the worst clash since June's ceasefire deal.
Red shirts racing back as fast as they can!
And Argentina advances to the quarterfinals after a monumental comeback victory. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. It is Wednesday already.
Yay. Yep, and Rick has another day. He actually has the entire week off.
The whole week. And you get to join us.
I do, yes. I get to be. I still think we should phone him first thing in the morning.
Yeah, we should.
Just make sure he's up, you know?
Just get him on the phone.
Get him on the phone. I just like to hear the sound of his cell phone smashing against the wall as we
He's going to be like, I swear I turned that alarm off.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's us calling. All right. Well, hey, Rick. Hope you're watching with us.
Good morning, Rick. Yes. And good morning, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Hey.
Good morning. Good morning. A nice day to start. It's going to be likely the hottest, the warmest, and also the most humid day of the next 6 or 7 days. That's ahead, and we'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes. But depending on where you are, it's a nice start to the day. Sun is now up over the horizon. For example, moving through the Hamilton area, are seeing the sun come through the clouds right now. But if you're down in Niagara, and this is almost isolated in around the St. Catharines area, this is what it looks like for you folks. Very, very foggy out there. Garden City Skyway. So again, if you're heading out the door, give yourself some extra time and take her slow through there because it looks like it's pretty thick in that area. Just moving down towards Niagara Street. So it's pretty isolated. And again, by the time you get to the outskirts or towards the outskirts of St. Catharines, looks like things have cleared up a little bit. So that's okay. Up by the Burlington Skyway Bridge, we're seeing traffic starting to build up a little bit, but still a couple of minutes past 6 in the morning. Things are pretty good out there if you're heading out the door in the next little while. Up by Guelph Line, traffic's moving along in good shape right now. It's a little bit lighter than it was yesterday. So again, the story of the day around St. Catharines, be aware of the fog. It looks like it's pretty thick, but for the rest of us, we're starting to see the sun come up over the horizon. So grab your sunglasses as you head out the door. We've got an interesting day and an interesting week ahead of us weather-wise. We'll tell you about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Steve. There's been a second shooting on Atessa Drive overnight at the same house that was targeted yesterday. Danielle DeGraw joins us live from Rymal and Upper James with the details. Good morning, Danielle.
Good morning, Simone. I can tell you that the street is opened up now. Police are no longer on the scene, but when we were speaking earlier this morning, they were not saying the age of the suspect, but they said it was a male youth. And when they found him, he was in his car with a loaded semi-automatic handgun. And they are looking for more potential suspects that could have been involved in this case. CHCH News obtained some footage that I'd like to show you right now. CHCH News obtained the security camera footage capturing the shots that were fired at a vehicle on Atessa Drive just before 5 yesterday morning. Police said people were home at the time of the shooting, but no one was injured. Roughly 15 shots were reported, and investigators believe the shooting was a targeted incident. Now, today, police were called again to Atessa Drive shortly after 12 a.m. for another shooting, and they found several shell casings in front of the Atessa Drive residence. Police say no one was injured in the shooting. Now, police are asking for door cam footage from anyone that might have seen this either on your car or on your house. So contact police if you do have that information. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Danielle. A police recruit with Durham Regional Police has died, and another was seriously injured in a car crash near Aylmer while on their way to training. OPP were called to the intersection of College Line and Imperial Road in Aylmer just before 11:30 yesterday morning for a crash involving a transport truck and a sedan. The road was closed for several hours for the investigation. In a statement, Durham Police Chief Peter Morea says the two were traveling to the Ontario Police College. He goes on to say, quote, "During this difficult time, our focus is on supporting the families of our CITs, as well as their classmates, instructors, friends, and members of our service who are grieving this tragic loss." The officer has not been identified as of yet. The investigation remains ongoing, and it's unclear if any charges have been laid.
The U.S. has launched new airstrikes against Iran after accusing Tehran of attacking commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran responded with missile strikes targeting U.S. military sites in Bahrain and Kuwait, raising fears of another escalation. Washington says it also revoked Iran's ability to openly sell crude oil. The exchange casts fresh doubt on planned negotiations aimed at easing tensions and reopening the vital shipping route. The latest violence threatens to unravel the fragile ceasefire and deepen instability across the Middle East.
Several sources say the U.S. military should have known not to strike a school in Iran back in February. They say military commanders relied on intelligence they knew was outdated because they needed to locate targets quickly. Iranian state media reported the airstrike killed 168 children and 14 teachers. The military was targeting an Islamic Revolutionary Guard facility. The school was once part of the same compound, but satellite imagery shows that by 2016, the school had built its own separate entrance, and a fence had been erected to separate the buildings. The Pentagon has not released its investigation into the incident.
The NATO summit in Turkey is officially underway. Both Prime Minister Mark Carney and Minister of National Defense David McGuinty are there. Tuesday focused on member nations' defense spending.
Let's take an example of our last federal budget, $80 billion attributed to national defense. That's unprecedented in Canadian history. In addition, we reached 2% this year, and we are on track to reach 5% by 2035.
Carney also announced that a slew of nations all agreed to help establish a defense bank that is led by Canada.
Today, you will see, and the world will see, industries from North America and Europe working hand in hand, innovating together, and developing next-generation capabilities. These are capabilities that are really made in NATO. Not by one nation, but several, working together in close cooperation. And that's how we make our alliance more powerful. It's how we defend our 1 billion people and every inch of our territory, now and in the future.
NATO is preparing to modernize its airborne surveillance fleet with radar aircraft built largely here in Canada. Secretary General of NATO Mark Rutte says the alliance is looking to acquire up to 10 Saab GlobalEye aircraft. The platform combines Saab's radar technology with Bombardier's largely Canadian-built Global 6500 business jet. Ottawa is also considering its own GlobalEye purchase. Rutte says the aircraft offers NATO a proven way of tracking modern threats.
Meanwhile, McGuinty commented on the submarine deal Canada signed with a German supplier over South Korea's Hanwha Ocean for up to 12 new submarines.
My understanding is in choosing the German-Norwegian manufacturers, there's a degree of interoperability that's inherent in the choice. It means that we can each share crews, for example, on the submarines. It means that we can look to sustainment through our three countries. It means that there's a high degree of interoperability. It means that we can cooperate more fulsomely when it comes to the Arctic. There are a number of features that emanate from the choice.
McGuinty also acknowledged South Korea's disappointment with the decision. Sharing their own disappointment is Ontario's shipyards, which released a statement on Tuesday. While we are disappointed that the Hanwha was not the winning proponent, we are honored to have worked with them to support their bid and for the opportunity to build what we hope is a lasting relationship. Both Hanwha and TKMS's offers were incredibly strong, and the CPSP competition was bound to be a win-win for Canada, whichever company was selected.
Well, with Rick on vacation this week, we're going to be handling Sportsline. The Hamilton Hammers have introduced their first head coach, Jay McKee, and unveiled their new home and away jerseys ahead of the team's inaugural season. McKee and New York Islanders general manager Matthew Darche showed off the sweaters, which feature the Islanders' color scheme. McKee spent the last 5 seasons as head coach of the OHL's Bulldogs, including the 2021-2022 season, when the team played here in Hamilton. He also led the Bulldogs to an OHL championship and a spot in the Memorial Cup.
We want to have a brand of hockey that the Hamilton fans saw when we were here just a few years back, a relentless team.
Islanders GM Matthew Darche also has a connection to the city, playing for the Bulldogs in 2009 to 2010 when they were the Habs AHL affiliate. Hamilton's inaugural season opener is set for October 9th.
And now to the World Cup. Lionel Messi delivered another unforgettable World Cup performance, leading Argentina to a dramatic 3-2 comeback win over Egypt to book a place in the quarterfinals.
Red shirts racing back as fast as they can. Oh my word! I've seen it all now. Enzo Fernandez for Argentina.
The defending champions trailed by just 2 goals with 11 minutes remaining before rallying. Messi scored the equalizer in the 83rd minute, his 8th goal of the tournament, and a record-extending 21st at the World Cup. Enzo Fernandez then netted the winner in stoppage time.
It's all over! Switzerland are going to the quarter-final of the World Cup!
Switzerland is through to the World Cup quarterfinals after edging Colombia 4-3 in a penalty shootout following a scoreless draw. Ruben Vargas converted the winning spot kick after Colombia's Davinson Sanchez hit the crossbar and Swiss goalkeeper Gregor Kobel denied Cucho Hernandez. Switzerland reaches the World Cup quarterfinals for the first time since hosting the tournament in 1954 and will face defending champion Argentina on Saturday in Kansas City. The World Cup quarterfinals gets underway tomorrow afternoon with France taking on Morocco.
The Blue Jays snapped a 3-game losing streak with a convincing 9-3 win over the San Francisco Giants.
A high fly ball to right field. Ramos is going back. He's looking up, and it's gone.
Jonathan Klatze led the way with a 3-run home run, his first of the season, while Ernie Clement had 3 hits. Toronto broke the game open with 5 runs in the 3rd inning and never looked back. Patrick Corbin picked up the win in relief as the Blue Jays improved with one of their most complete performances of the week.
Montreal tennis star Felix Auger-Aliassime battled hard against 7-time champion Novak Djokovic, but came up short in an attempt to appear in his first Wimbledon semifinal. The marathon match lasted 5 hours and 15 minutes, with Djokovic earning his record 107th career victory at Wimbledon. Despite the loss, Auger-Aliassime pushed one of tennis's all-time greats to the limit in one of the tournament's longest and most dramatic matches.
Okay, let's check your traffic right now. It's 6:13 on your Wednesday. Depending on where you are, things are in pretty good shape. Moving through the Hamilton area, we're seeing traffic build up as it should. Let's go up to the Toronto airport, check out in and around Pearson right now. So a good start to the day. Traffic is, well, a little bit on the lighter side right now, so that's okay. Sun is up, though, through the clouds, but not everywhere is really sunny and bright. through the Hamilton area, well, again, we're starting to see, again, a little bit of build-up, actually both ways, both Toronto-bound and Niagara-bound along the Burlington Skyway. But as you get down to the St. Catharines area, very foggy down there, and it's kind of isolated into that area in around where the bridge is there. And again, as you get out of Niagara Street, things clear up a little bit, but just be careful when you're driving through that area. QEW east of Guelph Line moving along, okay? So grab your sunglasses as you head out the door today. You're going to need them at least early on, maybe not this afternoon, and we'll get into that right now. So we do have a low pressure system coming our way, moving across the Great Lakes, which is going to do a couple things. It's going to warm things up today, especially. Today may likely be the warmest day of the next 6 or 7 days. But also, as this cold front slides through a little bit later on this afternoon into tomorrow, and as we look into Friday as well, could trigger some showers as it rolls through that area. But after that, we get back into what looks to be some really hot weather. All right, temperatures right now outside, maybe a degree cooler than it was yesterday. Hamilton 17 degrees, Grimsby 19, 20s in Toronto and the Mississauga area right now. And again, we're looking at air quality. So air quality probably being bumped up to low into the moderate area, except for the Niagara area. So Hamilton, Mississauga, Burlington, Brantford areas going from 3 to 4 on the scale, likely for today. Niagara also looking at 3, so it's still in the low risk area. But for the rest of us, we're looking at moderate increase in air quality, or decrease in air quality, actually. Sun will be up, was up today at 5:48 a.m., will be down at 9:01 p.m. Normal highs, 26 degrees this time of year. High pressure is going to give us, at least to start the day, some partly clear skies. Low pressure comes in, bringing with it little showers maybe later on, chance of a thunderstorm tonight and overnight and into tomorrow. And again, after that, as we get into the weekend, we're looking for nice conditions out there, and temperatures certainly ramping up a bit. Today's temperature, quick look at this one, high of 31, but feeling like 39 with a chance of late day showers and light winds, and again, afternoon rain possible with that. But we'll look at the extended forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Steve. Feeling like 39. My goodness.
I know. I'm sticky again.
Oh, boy. Well, coming up after the break, we'll say good morning to Emily Vukovic with a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat. And coming up after, the Friday bargaining deadline between Unifor and Ford is on Friday. We'll take a look at where things stand. Stay with us. 6:18 on your Wednesday morning. Time to say good morning to Emily Vukovic. Morning, Em. What do you got coming up in Chit Chat?
Morning, Em.
Well, I just have to say, it is such a treat when people go on vacation, because then we get to see Brian Wood on the desk, which is just the best. As far as I'm concerned, it is the best.
Oh, thank you. I'm having fun. This is fun. I enjoy this. This is a nice change.
All right, well, indie film Obsession has just shattered a 53-year-old box office record.
I'm not surprised. It's a good movie.
So you watched this, Simone, right?
I did.
Okay, so we're going to look to you, because I don't watch horror movies. Brian, you haven't seen it, have you?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No. Okay. So this is all you, but I want to hear more about it.
Perfect.
Okay.
And the Spice Girls, they have regained the rights to their 1997 film Spice World. So that means we are going to get to see it soon. Okay. Again. Steve's excited about that. And Baywatch Reboot has unveiled its first footage in a brand new teaser.
Oh boy, lots to look forward to. Thanks, Emily.
All right. See you later.
All right, taking a look at some business news. The dollar has inched up, currently at 70.60 cents U.S. Gold is down $65 U.S. an ounce. Oil is up nearly $4 to $74.37 U.S. a barrel. In midday European trading, London, Frankfurt, and Paris are all down this hour.
And on the Asian markets, big loss for Tokyo today, while Hong Kong gained more than 700 points. At Tuesday's close, the TSX had posted slight gains, while the Dow and Nasdaq lost ground.
The union representing Canadian auto workers says talks with Ford Motor Company are entering a critical stretch. Now, we're just days away from a Friday bargaining deadline for a new 3-year deal. Union President Lana Payne says there's progress at the table, but plenty of work remains. Unifor represents roughly 5,000 workers at Ford and has been at the bargaining table with the automaker since June 23rd. Deals with the Detroit 3 are set to expire this fall.
Canada posted its largest trade surplus in 4 years, with exports moving to a record high. Statistics Canada says the country's trade surplus grew to $4.2 billion in May. That's compared with $3.4 billion in April. Total exports gained nearly 1% in May, rising to a record $77.1 billion.
Taking a break right now. Steve will be back with your traffic and your 7-day forecast. Good morning.
And welcome back to Morning Live, 6:24 on your Wednesday. If you're in Niagara, you're seeing some fog lingering right now, but for the rest of us, just some partly clear skies. And we could see some showers come in this afternoon, later on this afternoon, as a result of a low pressure system coming through. They could linger into Friday, but as we get into the weekend, back into clear conditions, and we're certainly going to warm up. But today, likely the warmest day of the next 6 or 7. Here's some current temperatures outside right now, and again, maybe a degree cooler than it was yesterday. Your day planner looks like this. Again, kind of nice conditions up to 30, 31, but feeling closer to 37 to 39 kind of thing, with a slight chance of a shower or a thunderstorm later on today in most areas. Your evening commute should be, again, under the warmer conditions out there. Niagara may see more sun than anything else, and your extended forecast shows that we do have, again, a really warm day today. Cools off just a little bit tomorrow, so it's not going to be quite as hot as we thought it was yesterday. But as we get into the weekend and beyond, look at these temperatures coming up, and it dries up once we get to Saturday. Let's look at things for now.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Well, discoveries unearthed in a cave in what's now Turkey indicate Neanderthals and our species Homo sapiens did not merely cross paths.
But they may have shared some cultural traditions, making similar tools and collecting the same kind of shells. Fossils found in the cave show that Neanderthals inhabited the cave between 77,000 and 59,000 years ago, and Homo sapiens later occupied the cave between 59,000 and 47,000 years ago. The lead author says they cannot prove direct contact yet, but he said that the remarkable continuity in technology, hunting practices, and the transport of bead seashells is consistent with the idea that they interacted and shared some cultural traditions over time. Looks like quite the group there.
Now, are they the Neanderthals or are they the Homo?
No, they're just the excellent archaeologists that are figuring this all out.
Okay.
Oh, so incredible. Stay with us. More to come after the break. Good morning.
Morning.